We are live, ladies and gentlemen, Hellcats and Hellhounds. Welcome to the stream. Today, we are going to be checking out behind the scenes and more of Halloween Kills. And I'm super excited to check out some behind the scenes, some interviews with Jamie Lee Curtis, David Gordon Green, and the rest of the cast. So let's go ahead and get started. And we do have a new format here, ladies and gentlemen, and Hellcats for the live streams. If you guys can see right here above the screen, we have a Cash App and a Patreon. So if you want to do super chats or if you want custom videos during the live stream, make sure to donate or go ahead and join on for our Patreon. All of our Patreon members will automatically get super chats during the live stream, so they don't have to donate or anything like that. If you want a video or if you want your comment to be read during the live stream, make sure you donate. It could be anything from 25 cents to $1 to however much you guys want to donate, but you will get a super chat. And if you join our Patreon and if you do the super chat, you will also get a video played during the live stream dedicated to you. So that is super exciting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the behind the scenes of Halloween Kills. But before we do that, I just want to introduce myself. I am your Hellmaster, the leader of the Hell Zone. We produce horror content, live streams, and videos, top threes, horror movie reviews. We go over the latest horror news, all that good stuff. So make sure you have your post notifications turned on. Make sure you also subscribe to us on every single social media platform. You can see all the social medias at the top of this video right here. And again, welcome to the Hell Zone. We are so glad to have you. Yes, so let's go ahead and get started with the behind the scenes of Halloween Kills. Now, before we get into that, I do want to mention that I'm a super huge Michael Myers fan. He is one of my all-time favorite slashers. His franchise of Halloween is one of my favorite. I love John Carpenter. I love Deborah Hill. I love everything about Halloween. And I wanted to revisit Halloween Kills just because it's a film that, in my opinion, it's one of the weaker films in the Halloween series. But it does have some really cool kills. It's needless to say, I'm not a huge fan of Halloween 2. And we'll kind of talk about the similarities between the Halloween 2 and Halloween Kills. But I just want to let it be known that I did want to shed light on Halloween Kills because it is not one of my favorite Halloween films. It is one that I do appreciate the kills in it, but the storytelling in it was kind of weak in my opinion. But maybe I will have a different opinion by the end of this video. Who knows? So for the next 30 minutes, go ahead and strap in. Let's go ahead, have some fun, smash the hell out of that like button, share us on all social media platforms, and let's go ahead and dive into Halloween Kills behind the scenes. So let's go ahead and get this pulled up here for you guys. All right, give me 1 second. All right, let's see here. There it is. All right, so let's go ahead and strap in for behind the scenes of Halloween Kills.
Title. It's a bigger, badder, nastier, crazier version.
40 years ago, a madman escaped from a mental hospital. The boogeyman is coming for you.
This evening, 4 bodies were discovered.
The last movie was Laurie's story. This is the town's story.
Laurie! What do we do?
We fight.
David was really clear that he just wanted to explore the after effects of violence and how it affected Haddonfield.
It really does talk about this whole mob mentality.
We're gonna hunt him down and we're gonna put an end to this.
This idea of fear, is interesting. Fear is a driver.
There's just non-stop action and blood.
Evil dies tonight!
All right, so that was one problem that I had with Halloween Kills was the evil dies tonight. I didn't understand it. I understand the, Haddonfield versus Michael Myers. I get that storyline, but the evil dies tonight, it was just so it was I didn't understand it. I didn't really like it.
It's really intense.
As fans of Halloween know, Michael has a sense of humor and a sense of design about his kills, and there's a playfulness. Right, and we see him get his head smashed here. Every kill is its own character, and then maybe you even die for him like that, and that's when he jumps. You know, just make a big old opera out of it. I just try to integrate it into substance of who's being killed. Or maybe we slide out with him and see him go from that room to this one. That'd be really nice. Sometimes we're going for a gore effect.
That's fucking terrifying. Look at that.
Others are more fun and implied and with a wink. It always is a little surreal and traumatizing.
I will say that Halloween Kills had some of the best kills in the Halloween franchise, hands down. And it looks like behind the scenes, they had a lot of fun making it, especially David Gordon Green. Whatever you want to say about David Gordon Green, he is very hands-on with his films. He's not just sitting behind the chair having everyone else tell everyone what to do. He's very hands-on.
You walk in the set every day and feel a little nostalgic and terrified.
We had just this beautiful, beautiful reunion.
Run! Go home now! Before he kills us all! When I was in Halloween, I was 8 years old. I didn't know what I was doing until I saw it. Then I was like, what on God's green earth?
It just had to do with finding characters that had been established in Carpenter's original and finding ways to keep them involved in the story.
Now, Danny McBride, I love Danny McBride personally. He's one of my favorite writers, comedians, directors, all that, producers of all time. But this is one of the biggest problems that I had with Halloween Kills was the sad fact that they relied heavily on bringing back people from the past to have basically bona fide cameos in the story, right? I wasn't necessarily a fan of that. Kyle Richards, aka Lindsay, who was in the original Halloween, they made it such a big deal that she was returning. I remember the promotional for this. It was like, oh my God, Kyle Richards returning. Like, this is great. Then you had the sheriff returning, Sheriff Brackett returning. And then all these people that was from the original 2 movies was returning to Halloween Kills. And they were making such a big deal about it that I was just like, yeah, like you can kind of miss me with this whole bona fide cameo thing that you guys are doing here.
Involved in the story.
It just felt so good, you know, all of these people from the original movie coming together again.
41 years is a long stretch of time, isn't it?
Who would have imagined?
Jamie, can I say something? 40 years ago.
Who carried you?
Come on. They're not going to carry you down. It's like, you never hear of this. It's just not done.
It was in 1978. We shot it in 3 weeks.
You know, sometimes you just luck into something. It's a young actor, a good part. Brand new filmmaker. Why not?
Now, all these years later, the whole town banding together behind Jamie. We are going to get him first.
It's Halloween.
All right, so Kyle just said something I want to touch upon. So yeah, that again was my biggest problem with Halloween Kills. It wasn't Laurie Strode versus Michael Myers. It was kind of Michael Myers versus Haddonfield. And for me, I'm not interested in that storyline, right? I'm interested in the storyline of Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. That's why I love Halloween 2018 so much. Halloween 2018 was Laurie Strode versus Michael Myers. Halloween Kills was the complete opposite of that. It was the town of Haddonfield versus Michael fucking Myers. And I enjoyed some of the scenes that came along with that, such as Michael taking out the mob. I didn't like, the Tommy Doyle that they went with in this one, the Anthony Michael Hall, Paul Rudd, but I enjoyed, seeing him get his comeuppance against fucking Michael Myers for the storyline's sake. So I enjoyed all of that, but I did not enjoy how heavily they relied on the side characters for this film.
Everyone's entitled to one good scare.
I did not think about how difficult this movie would be to technically execute when I was writing it. It's called Halloween Kills, and it has to live up to that title. We're able to make a bigger, badder, nastier, crazier version. This scene takes place very quickly after the last movie left off and shows how Michael emerges from the inferno. We've rigged a house full of all sorts of propane and hay bales and diesel fuels to ignite it.
We just need everyone in what we're calling the safe zone. We're gonna make it more dirty and we're fucked up. Action!
The fire department has been summoned and they meet more than just flames.
There's gonna be a blood splurt from there.
Cut!
Now, I want to talk about the firefighter scene. Now, this is some pretty cool behind the scenes footage. It looks like they really had a lot of fun, but it was really serious. Like, anything could go wrong. It was going to happen in this scene right here with all the flames and all the fire that they got going on here. But this is one of my favorite scenes in the film, right? It's kind of like Halloween H2O, right, in my opinion, where the first 15 minutes of Halloween Kills was great, just like in the first 15 minutes of Halloween H2O, it was great. But after that, it was kind of like I kind of lost interest in the story, right? Because you would think again. I hate to keep coming back to this, but you would think that it was going to be Michael Myers versus Laurie Strode. Halloween Kills, like he's going to kill, everyone around Laurie Strode to get to her, and they kind of took that a little too literally, right? They literally honed in on the fact that Michael killed everyone in Haddonfield, basically was attacking everyone in Haddonfield while Laurie Strode was in the hospital, recovering from her wounds from Halloween 2018. So again, great imagery in Halloween Kills. Storytelling, it just is one of the weakest ones in the franchise. And I kind of stand alone on that, right? A lot of people don't really get down with the idea of Halloween Kills being weak. And it's just, if you really look at the storytelling, right? And if you appreciate the storytelling of Haddonfield versus Michael, then you'll love it, right? But to me, I was never interested in, Lindsay. I wasn't interested in Sheriff Brackett. And I know hardcore Halloween fans probably are, right? But for me personally, it's always been Laurie Strode versus Michael Myers. That's what I'm interested in. If I'm not getting that, I don't want it. That's why I didn't like Halloween H2O, because it was, Michael versus Laurie, but also you had the son in it. It was just really weird. So in my opinion, Halloween Kills, great imagery. It was just, for me, it's a miss on the storytelling.
Cut!
It's going to be very exciting, and people are going to be shocked, and people are going to be agitated by this movie in a way that I think they're probably not expecting. And that, to me...
So it's funny. I want to talk on what Laurie Strode just said here. This is exactly what she said for Halloween Ends. Let's go ahead and see what she said for Halloween Ends. Not for Halloween Ends, but verbatim, I feel like this is what she said for Halloween Ends. She said this in Halloween Kills. Go ahead.
It's going to be very exciting, and people are going to be shocked, and people are going to be agitated by this movie in a way that I think they're probably not expecting. And that, to me, makes a great sequel.
How does that make a great sequel? Agitating your fans, the fan base. How does that make for a good sequel? I don't understand that. Again, she said that for Halloween Ends. She said for Halloween Ends that everyone's going to be mad at this film, and she basically enjoyed that. So it's like, why? Like, why Jamie Lee Curtis? Like, again, I respect her for being the OG final girl, but other than that, I'm taking Sidney Prescott all day. But again, check out what she had to say, and you judge for yourself.
And people are going to be shocked, and people are going to be agitated by this movie in a way that I think they're probably not expecting. And that, to me, makes a great sequel.
It's okay. It's okay. You're not him. I know you're not him. You're gonna be okay. Take it easy.
No, I'm fine.
You're not fine. You had a knife in your stomach.
Where's Elsie? No! It's not him! No, stop! It's not him! No, I've seen his face! I'm Laurie Strode! You sheep! It's not him! One of the things that is deeply explored in this movie is, was it really Laurie Strode? Or was it something else? We think it's Laurie Strode because she was the point of his attachment. She was the fulcrum of his obsession, and everything around her became targets. What this movie explores is that may not be true, that there may be something deeper in him than just an obsession with me. And that's an interesting place to go.
There's a big fella in our bathroom, and he's wearing a monster mask.
Right, cut.
Calm down, little girl. It's okay. Where is she?
She's, right there!
It's a maelstrom. It's a cyclone of violence and anger and fear and mob mentality, and it's intense. It's really intense.
Okay, let's talk about that real quick. I will agree with Laurie Strode on the fact that this movie was intense, right? This whole thing of Michael versus Haddonfield was intense. The scenery, the imagery, the cinematography, everything was intense. It was brutal. And that's what Halloween Kills did immaculately, right? Like, it just knocked it out the park visually. But again, storytelling, it just took such a far turn from 2018 that you really didn't know, like, okay, is this the right way to go, right? Like, what are we doing here? Like, we just missed we missed a whole, and we kind of knew it was going to be a trilogy, right? Like, so we knew we only had one more film after this, and then you kind of spent the whole, Halloween Kills following the mentality of the mob, right, versus Michael, the Haddonfield getting its revenge on Michael. So again, I think that Halloween Kills is a mixture of things, right? It's a great film, cinematography, shot, the visuals, the aesthetics, the attention to detail, as you can see in the behind the scenes, like, this was a serious film. They really wanted to make a good film. But in the other hand, you sacrifice the story of Laurie versus Michael, in my opinion. And this is, again, just totally my opinion. A lot of people might think differently and think this was a masterpiece. And if you do, I don't agree with you, but I can see why you would think this film was a masterpiece, right? But if there was more of a balance of, okay, and this is where I want to relate to Halloween 2, my problem with the Halloween 2 that came out, I believe, in like 1970 something, or no, 1980 something, it might have been 81 or something. My problem with that was it had Laurie in it, but the pacing was slow, right? This is the complete opposite of Halloween 2. It didn't have enough Laurie in it, and the pacing was amazing. I love the pacing of Halloween Kills. It's fast, it's in your face, like, you feel like Michael's there in the room with you. Like, I love it all. But you didn't have enough Laurie, right? So for me, it's like a 5 out of 10. I'll go 6 out of 10, right? I'll definitely go 6 out of 10 because it's that damn good. But it has so many flaws in it as far as focusing on the side characters, not having enough Laurie in it, focusing too much on the mentality of the mob versus Haddonfield. Like, it had its flaws, right? It wasn't a perfect film in my opinion. But if we're going, flashbacks and callbacks and Easter eggs and going off of the cinematography and the visuals and the shots and the attention to detail, it's a masterpiece, right? But for me, you have to have good storytelling in it as well. And for me, that was kind of just like Halloween 2, just lazy storytelling, in my opinion. But as always, that's just your Hellmaster's opinion. What the hell do you Hellcats and Hellhounds think? If you guys are watching the replay, don't forget to click on the Cash App button. You can screenshot it, or you can screenshot the Patreon button. Either one of those two will take you directly to donate or to join the Patreon. Make sure you do that, because we do watch parties. We host private live streams. We do all that fun stuff, giveaways. It is so much fun just to be part of the Hell Zone. And again, this is the behind the scenes of Halloween Kills. What did you guys think about Halloween Kills? Did you like Halloween Kills? Did you not like Halloween Kills? For me, I was somewhere in the middle. I liked it. Didn't love it. I definitely didn't hate it. And we'll definitely do Halloween Ends next. We will definitely do more live streams, so make sure you have your post notification turned on. Make sure you are subscribed to all of our social media platforms. As you can see right above the video, it is at Hellzone TV. Make sure you follow all of our co-hosts. And this is the Hell Zone, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Get me the hell out of here.